And good morning, sixth grade. How we doing?
Good morning.
Good.
All right, so let's see who we got who's on the call this morning. So this morning, I would like to greet the following students. Let's see who we got. Good morning, Jazzy L. Good morning, Jazzy Q. Good morning, Jameer. Jesus, sorry. Good morning, Ilani. Good morning, Allison P. Good morning, Blessing. Jamarcus, nice to see you. Good morning, Jency. Alyssa, Allison P. Juan. Good morning, Kayeja, Nikel. Sarai, Tirzeli, Zach, and Demi. Okay, so today, here's where we're gonna go. That's okay if most of the work is done. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to be working on the following information today, and we are going to be reviewing histograms for one last day. So here's what's gonna happen, okay? We are going to go over the following page. Your cameras need to be turned on, okay? Your camera needs to be turned on. I made that clear. Follow my directions, okay? So let me tell you what we're gonna be doing today. All right, if you see a little doggy, it's my dog, Lacey. She's on my lap, she might bark. All right, so we are working on Wednesday, May 6th of 2020. We're gonna review histograms. So real quick, a histogram, okay, is a bar graph that shows the number of data items that occur in an interval. A frequency tells you how many times something shows up. Now, remember frequency, tables, you're gonna make the tallies. When you get to 5, you're gonna make the slash. Then each single line represents 1. So this is what it looks like again. This table creates this histogram, and I will properly identify and show you how to create it one last time. Because tomorrow we're gonna move on to something else. All right, so now we're gonna be on page 2, página 2. Okay, practice problem 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 multiple choice questions that we're gonna read. We're gonna read and annotate and answer the question based on what we're asked. So if you would like to read the first question, please tell me in the chat box, or you can do that raising your hand. So in the next 5 seconds, please raise your hand if you would like to read page 2, question 1. All right, I already got somebody that already did it. Blessing, you're gonna start. All right, Blessing. Page 2, problem 1, Blessing. Nice and loud for us. What do you got? We can't hear you, Blessing. Can't hear you. Put your mic on. Blessing, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, thank you. Page 2, problem 1. Can you read that for me?
Okay. Mr. Brown is making a histogram for the data 12, 24, 56, 7, 34, 75, 34, 86, 34, 78, and 96. Which is the most
Appropriate.
appropriate best interval for this set of data?
Okay, so let's look at this, right? We're making a histogram, but we're not going to physically make it. They're asking which number system or interval shows that data. So let's look at it. The highest number there they have is 96. So does it make sense to go from 0 to 5 for choice A, Blessing? Do we go 0 to 5? Does that make sense?
No.
No, cross off A, folks. A, put a line through it. B, we got 0 to 10. Maybe, right?
No.
Maybe. How about 0 to 50? Does that make sense?
No.
No. And 0 to 100, does that make any sense? No. So it's what letter, Blessing?
B.
B. Excellent. All right, here we go. So let me just show you what you got, all right? So this is what you should have, right? If you look at my work, I kind of did some annotation. So I took the numbers and I said, all right, well, let's go to make the most sense here. We know that the greatest number is 96. I want to go into intervals. All right, now I'm going to lock the room because we got 21 folks now. So we know that if we go 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, these are my notes to show you. You don't have to write this down. I just did it for you. You can write it if you want. 31 to 40. As a matter of fact, write these numbers on your paper. 41 to 50. Everyone write these numbers. 51 to 60, 61 to 70, 71 to 80, 81 to 90, 91 to 100. Each one of these intervals is going by tens. So that's going to make the most sense according to the numbers presented in problem 1. So hence, that is why we circle choice B as in boy. All right, so take another 30 seconds. I'm giving you 30 seconds to copy these pencil intervals down. Because if you had to make your own histogram, this is what the intervals would look like. So take 30 more seconds to write it. Here comes the timer. Once the 30 seconds is up, we're going to move on. Okay, 30 more seconds to write that down like we do in class. If you would like to read problem 2, please type in the chat box so that I can see it. So how is 96 not 50? So let me answer that question as you write that down. I can understand why you would think it would be that, but they want to know which would be the first interval. We're not going to start 0 to 100. If we started from 0 to 100, that was a really great question. If we started from 0 to 100, that means I would have to count all the numbers from 0 stopping at 100. It would be too many. It doesn't make sense to count by 100 in an interval. If the data was like 100, 150, 175, 200, 300, 380, 400, like 450, then yes, maybe I would go 0 to 100, and then maybe I would go, or like 0 to 100, 101 to 200, something like that would make more sense. This is why this would make the most sense. Okay? All right, who wants to read problem 2? I'll just call somebody. Actually, let's call, I got someone to come read problem 2. All right. So Hector, we're going to present you to the screen. You're going to read for us page 2, problem 2. Loud and proud, please. What does it say?
What are the 5 components parts for a box and whisker plot?
Okay, so Hector, last week we made box and whisker plots. Do you remember the parts that make it up? What makes up the whiskers? What were the 2 words? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, well, let's look at it. First of all, let's look at choice D. Do we have to find the mean when we make a box and whisker plot? Does that ring a bell? The mean is the average, right? To find the average, you add and divide. So we use that after we have a graph. So there's no way it's choice D. Who would like to help Hector out about the 5 parts in a box and whisker plot? Put your hand up if you would like to help him out. Box and whisker, what are the 5 parts? I see you, Jazzy. Jazzy's going to come help you. Let's see, Jazzy.
Parts of the whisker plot are the median, the upper quartile, the lower quartile, the maximum, and the minimum.
So which answer choice do we circle?
C.
C, good job. So Jazzy said that the 5 parts of box and whisker plots, folks, is the upper quartile, which is Q3. Okay, the lower quartile, which is Q1, which is all median. The maximum, which is the highest number. The minimum, which is the lowest. And the median, which is the Q2. Good job, Jazzy. Thank you for helping your friend Hector out. Appreciate that. Now, this is what number 2 should be. Okay? Now, number 3. Who would like to read that? Someone I haven't heard from. Let's see who's on the call. It's going to be a very short class. I got somebody who I want to call. Hello, Tirzelli. How you doing, Tirzelli? Tirzelli, you're going to read for me page 2, problem 3, please. Wait, speak louder.
Which plot uses a number line and an X or other symbols to show frequencies of values?
All right, so which one has the X? We did that 2 weeks ago. Do you remember? Let's look at it. Does a box and whisker have an X, or it has more information, more parts?
More parts.
Good. A histogram. Does histogram have X's? We've been working with that for 3 days. Do those have X's? No. Does a line plot have an X, or does a dot plot have an X? Look at the words.
Line plot.
Good job. Good job, Tirzelli. Thank you. So this is what the third one is. Remember, this is a box and whisker part. This is the minimum. That line is the maximum. This line's the Q1, which is the lower quartile. This is the Q2, which is the median. And then the last line is the Q3, the upper quartile. So it's choice C. Line plot has an X. A dot plot has a dot. Very simple and straightforward today. Okay. Now we're going to go to page 3. Okay, page 3 is going to look like my paper.
I have to read.
Who would like to read? Who's me? Okay. I see hands. Yep. Thank you for raising your hand. Thank you for being respectful. Let's pin you to the video. Page 3, problem 4. Jasmine L. Could you be kind enough to read me that problem?
Okay. 15 students were asked how much money they spent to the nearest whole dollar in the school cafeteria 1 week. Their response are shown below. Display the result on a histogram and answer the questions 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 14, 15, 15, 17, 19.
Okay. So Jasmine, the first interval says the amount of money spent was between $0 and $4. Okay. So
Yeah.
how many times do you see the number 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that rectangular box?
2 times.
Okay, so how many tally marks do you put?
2.
Good. Okay, you're going to do the 5 to 9. Same thing. How many times do you see the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9?
2.
Okay, good. So how many tally marks are you writing?
2.
Yeah. Next one. 10 through
6.
14. Okay.
6.
Oh, yeah, you're right, and I'm wrong. Oops, I put 6 on my paper. 4, 5, 6. So we have a bundle of 5 in one line. Next.
Okay.
And then 15 through 19. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
4.
How many times? 4.
4.
Can you present your paper to the screen, please, so that everyone can see it? I don't know if everyone can see that, but it says 2, 2. So there we go, just like that. Keep it just like that. Perfect, Jazzy. You zoomed in. Stay just like that. I want you to notice that when you get to 5, you make the slash. You make a bundle. Okay? So 5 plus 1 give me 6. Jazzy, you're going to take it down in 10, in 9, in 8, in 7, and 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, and 0. All right, awesome. Now, I'm going to call in another student now to give me the title. Someone who hasn't had a turn. Let's call on Jency this time. Let's unmute you, Jency. Okay, hi, Jency. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi. What's up? How you doing?
Good.
Good. All right. Here we go. Jency, what is this title of this chart?
School cafeteria.
What is the title of this chart?
School cafeteria.
All right. So, Jency, you said it was what? Wait, you're on mute. Let me unmute you. Sorry, Jency. I had to take that. Sorry about that.
School cafeteria.
Okay, school cafeteria, or the amount of money spent would probably be the better answer. Right, Jency? Because it's saying, or school cafeteria. Okay, however you want to write it. Either way, I'll take it. It's fine. I just put amount of money spent maybe on school cafeteria, or if you want to put school cafeteria, because that's kind of what I have here, that's fine. That works as well. All right, so we're going to use this histogram, this tally chart, the interval chart or the frequency chart, to create the lovely histogram. And this is where we were having some issues, okay? It is a short class today. There's only 4 problems. This will be like your exit ticket will be like this, naming intervals. All right, so I'm using this chart to create this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back here for a second. Who thinks they can raise their hand and tell me what the x-axis is? Raise your hand if you think you know what the x-axis is. Is it going to be the amount of money spent, or is it going to be the frequency, how many students there are, which makes sense according to what we've been doing? I see someone's hand here. I'm going to call on this one. There's a little emoji you can write too. So Zach, we're going to ask Zachariah, okay?
Yeah.
Which is the x-axis, the amount of money spent or the frequency, the number of students?
The amount of money spent is the x-axis, and the y-axis is the frequency.
Perfect. Beautiful job. All right. So there we go on that. So X, as Zach said, is the amount of money spent, and the Y is the frequency, the number of students. So we're going to go write that down. Here's how it's going to look. X, Y. So we're going to go to our lovely histogram. We're going to call this X, amount of money spent, as he said. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we are going to then figure out how are we going to count. All right? How are we going to count? By. So we are going to do this. We are going to skip 4 boxes in between 0 and 0 here. So skip 4 and then go 0 to 4 for another 3 boxes. Okay? And we're going to figure out 0 to 4 is 3. 5 to 9 is 3. 10 to 14 is 3. And 15 to 19 is, sorry, not 3 boxes. Yes, 3 boxes. Okay, everything on the interval is skipped by 3. Now, on the frequency, you're going to go 0, and you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 boxes. You're going to go skip 3 boxes, call it 3. Skip 3 boxes, call it 4. Skip 3 boxes, call it 5. Skip 3 boxes, call it 6. Give me 2 seconds. So what you're going to do is you're going to skip 4 here. You're going to skip 3. Everything is skipped by 3. Here, you're going to count. And when you count, you're going to start at 0, and you're going to be consistent with your counting. So you're going to go 0, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, skip 4, all the way till you get to 6. Okay, sorry about that. That's my dog. Now, once you have that, we're going to take our pencil and we are going to go like this. So from 0 to 4, there are 2 numbers. We're going to go up here, start at 0. We're going to make a line up to 2 and make a box down here. Okay? We're going to go from 5 to 9. We're going to go up here. We're going to make a line up to 2. I did the yellow one for 5 to 9. You can put the lines in whenever you want. I just did this for me. Now, 10 to 14. This one is the largest interval. This one has 6. This means that 6 students spent between $10 through $14. We're going to go all the way up here, make a line, and come back down to 6. And the last one, 15 through 19, we're going to go all the way up to 4 and come back down. And that is how I got those numbers from this frequency chart on page 3. Okay? These frequencies were constructed based on the chart. So I used the frequency, which is the y-axis, to create the boxes, the histogram. Does anyone have any questions for me? Now is the time to ask me. It's a very short packet today. I know, Jazzy, I could see your face. You were probably saying, what is this lady thinking today? Usually she gives us more work. But today I didn't realize that I only had 4 pages, which is not a lot, okay? Because I'm gonna try now to be more mindful of that. And I want you all to be able to do what you need to do, but we're not done yet. We're gonna play a quick little game. I'm gonna unrecord now. Hold on. We're gonna play a little game because we're here until 9:30. All right, I'm gonna